Chinese authorities are planning to construct a lighthouse on 5 islands in disputed territories. Based on the report of Chinese news service, the site survey has started last July 27, and on August 4, the authorities have identified the initial construction site for the lighthouse. It can be recalled China has refused to agree with the Department of Foreign Affairs to have a moratorium or suspension of construction in the West Philippine Sea in an aim to ease the tension. More from Ramirez.
After a new map which virtually claims all of the South China Sea, Chinese officials are now looking at constructing lighthouses on 5 islands and reefs in the disputed waters. China is currently creating construction plans for the North Reef, Antelope Reef, Drummond Island, South Sand, and Pyramid Rock. This comes despite calls from the United States and the Philippines to refrain from any action that would add fuel to the fire, so to speak. The Department of Foreign Affairs has been pushing for the adoption of what they call the Triple Action Plan. They believe this is an achievable solution that would loosen the tension between claimant countries.
The Triple Action Plan that we are proposing and the discussion that we plan to have at the AMM and related meetings, I think that would be able to address that issue.
The first approach involves reaching a moratorium on activities and actions that create tension among claimant countries. The second approach involves the full and effective implementation of the Declaration of Conduct signed by the ASEAN member states and China in 2002. This also includes the expeditious conclusion of a Code of Conduct, a legally binding document that would detail acceptable acts on the disputed waters. The third and final approach involves the creation of a settlement mechanism anchored on international law, which would bring the disputes to a final and enduring resolution.
One good thing is that we know that our concerns are being shared by other ASEAN member countries. We hope that ASEAN, if we all agree, would be able to convince China. That's our hope.
Convince China?
Yes, to agree to the cessation of activities that escalate tension.
ASEAN countries such as Vietnam, Brunei, and Indonesia have already expressed support for the TAP. The Philippines, through Foreign Affairs Secretary Albert Del Rosario, will push for the adoption of this measure during the ASEAN Foreign Minister meeting in Nay Pyi Taw, Myanmar this week. For the People's Television, Sam Ramirez.